Ma'am, please start the session.
Good morning. Good morning. Am I audible? Yes, all right. Good morning. It is with great honor and immense joy that I welcome you all to the grand finale of Model United Nations by Narayana Educational School, where leadership, diplomacy, and a vision for better tomorrow coverage. Today marks the culmination of a journey filled with knowledge and the spirit of global unity. A heartfelt welcome to our esteemed chairperson, honorable dignitaries, distinguished chief guests, and the brilliant delegates representing countries from around the world. A warm virtual embrace to our special audience joining us live on YouTube. Your presence adds to the grandeur of this event. As Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it's done. Today, we celebrate the dedication and perseverance of every delegate who has turned this vision into reality. This platform is a testament to the power of collaboration and the potential of young minds coming together to tackle the world's most pressing issues. Let's carry forward the spirit of unity and respect that defines this conference. Once again, welcome to Grand Finale. Let us begin with a tradition that symbolizes enlightenment, knowledge, and triumph of good over ignorance, the lighting of the lamp. May I now invite our today's chairperson, Prerna ma'am, and the host branch principal, Shashikala ma'am, to join us in lighting the lamp, marking the beginning of this enlightening and transformative event. Let this act inspire us to illuminate our minds and lead with purpose as we embark on this journey of diplomacy, debate, and collaboration. Thank you, ma'am. I now take this time to introduce our today's chairperson. We are honored to welcome Ms. Prerna Sharma as our esteemed chairperson today. A second-year law student at Maharashtra National University, Mumbai, Prerna has excelled academically, clearing the competitive CLAT exam and the Chartered Accountancy foundational level. She has also shone in public speaking and ADR competitions, earning Best Mediator Awards at national and international events, including those with the University of Cambridge, UK, and many more. Additionally, she was recognized with the Best Memorial Award at the National Moot Court competition held in Shillong. Prerna's passion for international affairs and policy making drives the involvement in debate and in research on global issues. We look forward to her valuable guidance and insights throughout this conference. We welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining with us today. We also have a chairperson joining, Mrs. Alamu Kumar, MPhil in English, having rich experience in teaching English in junior colleges and CBSE schools. We welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Model United Nations. To those who are new to this, I would like to give an introduction. MUN is an educational simulation where students role play as delegates representing various countries, organizations, or individuals. Participants engage in debates, draft resolutions, and collaborate to address global challenges, mirroring the workings of United Nations. This immersive experience enhances skills in diplomacy, international relations, public speaking, and critical thinking. MUN conferences are held worldwide, offering students a platform to deepen their understanding of global issues and develop a passion for international affairs. Today's conference consists of 3 engaging rounds designed to foster insightful discussions and showcase the participants' diplomatic skills. The first round is the presentation round. I want all the delegates from different parts of countries, different parts of globe, and also the jury members to adhere to this. Round 1, the first round, the presentation round, allows delegates to present their country's position on key global issues. Following this is the country debate round, that is the second round. Delegates will have the opportunity to engage in structured debate, asking questions to each other countries' delegates across the globe. Finally, the third round is the Q&A round, where the chairperson will be asking questions to the delegates of the country. Now, round 1, each delegate will have 1 minute to speak, that is giving collectively 5 minutes for each country. Shall we begin with the first round? Before that, I would like to also welcome our dignitaries for today. I would like to welcome a very special welcome, a warm welcome to our guiding star of our soft skills department, Veda ma'am. With her extensive expertise and visionary leadership, she has been instrumental in shaping the holistic development of countless students and professionals. As the head of the soft skills department, she brings not only her academic excellence, but also her passion for nurturing confidence, communication, and character. Under her guidance, the department continues to reach new heights of success. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for joining. Next, we have the dynamic and dedicated Vandana ma'am, the team lead whose energy and commitment inspire everyone around her. Known for her hands-on approach and exceptional teamwork, she ensures the smooth execution of every initiative within the department. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining with us today. Vandana ma'am's ability to connect with people and lead with I'm so sorry, there was a network glitch. I extend my warm welcome to Nagasai sir, as well as Balakrishna sir, for joining us in this remarkable journey, high school coordinator. Let's give a round of applause. I know we are all muted, but let's give a round of applause to all our today's dignitaries, to our chief guest, to our chairperson, to Veda ma'am, to Vandana ma'am, and to regional soft skills trainer Joshua sir and Amit sir. Ma'am, shall we move ahead with round one? Vandana ma'am, we are good to go? All right. So giving the rules for round one again, juries and all the delegates, please pay attention that round one, each country will get 5 minutes. Each delegate will get 1 minute to speak on the agenda, on the challenges and the resolutions. So let's start with round one. Let me introduce the delegates from Australia who will present on the agenda responsible consumption and production. And I would like to inform the delegates of Australia to introduce themselves before they start speaking. Each delegate will introduce themselves.
Honorable Chair, esteemed delegates, and dear colleagues, we are
Shiba, in the meantime, we can go ahead with other country.
Sure, ma'am. With the same agenda, responsible consumption and production, we have USA, who will present on the same agenda. And before the delegates start speaking, I request them to introduce themselves, their names. As we already know the agenda, we already know the country that you are representing, but kindly introduce your name and then you can start with your challenges with the agenda.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dakshini Maria.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Manisha Jibrajani, delegate of USA.
Good morning, everyone. I am Raj Gropte, a delegate of USA.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Vaishnavi Marappa, delegate of USA. Good morning, everyone. I am Beauty Manya, delegate of USA.
Good morning, Honorable Chair, respected delegates, and distinguished guests. It's with a great privilege that I introduce myself as Dakshini Maria, representing the United States of America. Today, I'm here to collaborate, innovate, and help turn bold ideas to real solutions. Let us ensure that our voice resonates far beyond this room. When you hear the name USA, what comes to your mind? Diverse, dynamic, or maybe even dignified? Well, US is a land where nature's breathtaking beauty meets the pearls of edge-cutting technology. It's a place where every corner of nature is alive and breathing a work of art. US is a land of great diversity, geographically, culturally, and economically, with a population of over 330 million and one of the largest economy on the planet. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and as someone rightly said, the world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. This brings us to a crucial issue at hand. SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Imagine walking through a land of plenty, where grocery aisles are brimming with food, but behind the stores, dumpsters overflow with what would have fed the entire neighborhood. Visualize oceans, but not as blue horizons of life, but as swirling dumps of plastic, much of it from single-use items discarded after minutes of use. Rivers like Colorado are running low. The cracks may not have spread too far yet, but the signs are pretty clear. Can you feel the weight of it? A country of abundance, slowly drowning in its own axis. The warning signs are flashing. The alarm bells are ringing. Will we heed the call or will we hit the snooze button? With that, I am leaving my floor to my fellow delegate to shed some further lighting on some critical agendas. Thank you.
Thank you, Dakshini. I, Venisha Jibrajani, delegate of USA, stands before you to discuss an issue that touches every single one of us. SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Allow me to outline the agendas centered on critical areas of food wastage, low recycling rates, and lack of awareness. Have you ever wondered where your snack wrapper ends up? Or what happens to those old clothes you no longer need? We live in a world where everything is so easily accessible, but we often look the impact of what we consume and discard. Food wastage isn't just about leftovers on your plate. It's a shocking reality of perfectly edible food being tossed away at every step, from farm to fork. This global issue extends far beyond the meal itself. It drains valuable resources like land, water, energy, and labor, while millions of people starve with hunger. Likewise, recycling holds the key of transforming waste into valuable resources. Yet, the recycling rates remain alarmingly low, especially when it comes to plastics. As I wrap up, I want you to remember, every purchase, every choice, and every action you take is a vote for a world you want to live in. So let's choose wisely, act responsibly, and create a future where our actions align with a healthier planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Venisha. I am Raj Rokde, a delegate of USA, and will be addressing you about the challenges faced by USA. With determination in my heart and unity as our strength, we recognize that challenges are not barriers but bridges to success, and today we stand united to confront them. The first topic is food wastage. In a nation where almost 40% of food goes to waste, why? While millions face hunger, the issue of food wastage in USA stands as a paradox and pressing crisis. It immediately to foster sustainability, equity, and responsibility in how we can consume, produce, and distribute food. The second topic is low recycling rate. Low recycling rate in USA reflects a missed opportunity to turn waste into value, and each item discarded tells a story of unrealized potential, a chance to conserve a resource, drive innovation, and build a future where sustainability is at the heart of the progress. Challenges are not limits, but ignition of great potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Reyes. I, Vaishnavi Marakwa, delegate of USA, standing before you to provide some recommended solutions. History reminds us that every great challenge carries the seeds of an even greater opportunity. Today, we stand at crossroads, not as spectators, but as architects of change. With this in mind, my delegation envisions a solution which is not only ambitious but also achievable, forging a path towards progress for all. Let me take you through our transformation plan. Number 1, Feeding America. The US should launch a national initiative for food items nearing their expiry dates. Such products should be given to Feeding America, an association which prepares food from these products and donates to those in need. Also, we can explore the idea of food waste as currency. It revolves around transforming food waste into valuable products like compost,
biofuel, and animal feed. Number 2, innovative strategies to boost recycling rates. Reverse vending machines and improved infrastructure are the innovative solutions designed to encourage recycling. Reverse vending machines offers incentives in the exchange of recyclable items like bottles, cans, and plastic containers. Improved infrastructure helps in installing smart sensor-enabled bins that monitor waste level, reduce contamination, and improve collection efficiency in both residential and public places. These solutions are the blueprint for a future where waste becomes opportunity, consumption fuels regeneration, and production builds harmony with the planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. I, Yuki Manyan, delegate of USA, present myself before you to conclude that this is not really end of debate but the spark of a movement. SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, calls for a world where waste is a myth, resources are treasures, and future is a canvas painted sustainably. The United States dares to dream of a world where waste becomes art, resources become endless, and industries hum with innovation. This is not just a goal; it's a revolution. A revolution in which humanity thrives with the harmony of the earth, and sustainability becomes our second nature. SDG 12 is like a heartbeat of a thriving planet, and USA has a chance to be in its rhythm. So we call on every nation to rise with us to make SDG 12 the heartbeat, new era, bold, beautiful, and boundless in its potential. But at last, some questions still lingers. Will we be remembered as the architects of rebirth or the silent witnesses to the planet's final exhale? Will we be remembered as dreamers who woke up too late or visionaries who saved the dawn? The choice is yours. On behalf of our team, we would like to thank you for your attention and thoughtful contributions. And we would look forward to the steps we take together. Thank you.
In a land of red, white, and blue,
Choices matter in all we do. Less we waste and more we share. Our future grows with thoughtful care. Thank you.
That was wonderful. USA delegates, you have done an amazing job.
Thank you, sir.
Let's move to the next country. With the same, I hope delegates from Australia are ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Team Australia, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we are ready.
Team Australia will be speaking on the same agenda, responsible consumption and production. You can go ahead, Team Australia.
Myself, Siddharth, delegate of Australia.
Myself, Hanshika Karthik, delegate of Australia.
Myself, Arpita, delegate of Australia.
Myself, Swara, delegate of Australia.
Myself, Shlok, delegate of Australia.
Honorable Chair, esteemed delegates, and dear colleagues, we are representing the delegation of Australia. Today, we are here to address the pressing issue of responsible production and consumption and its significant impact on our environment. Australia recognizes the need to address irresponsible production and consumption patterns which lead to environmental challenges. We recognize our role in this global issue and commit to implementing concrete measures to reduce our environmental footprint. By promoting policies and practices, we aim to create a balance between economic growth and environmental responsibility.
An agenda for responsible consumption and production focuses on promoting sustainable practices across the entire life cycle of goods, from production to consumption, by minimizing resource usage, waste generation, and environmental impact. This aims to ensure that current consumption practices do not deplete future generations' resources.
Challenges. First, climatic change. Rising temperature and extreme weather condition impact on ecosystem and human settlement. Second, waste management. Australia generates significant waste only with 16% of plastic recycled. Third, water scarcity. Efficient water management practices are crucial in Australia's arid climate, and some other challenges are overconsumption of resources, food wastage, consumer behavior awareness, and carbon footprints.
Resolutions Australia proposes are
Australia,
creating
Team Australia, please introduce yourself before starting with your speech. Please give your names.
myself delegate of Australia. The resolution proposed by Australia are we can create framing for myself delegate from Australia Arpita. We can frame create a world economical growth. Second, we can create globally standard for poor nations under the direction of UNAP. We can create a starting global campaign to recognize and encourage sustainable living, regular reviewing and work together globally to ensure innovations and best practices.
Myself, Hanshika, delegate of Australia, we would like to conclude that Australia urges fellow countries to join us in addressing against irresponsible consumption and production practices. We commit towards to implement effective practices and policies in order to mitigate environmental degradation and to promote sustainable development. Thank you.
Team Australia, we are done with all the delegates.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Team Australia, for discussing on a very special agenda, responsible consumption and production. Now we move to our next team, that is Team Japan. Team Japan, it's your time to address the agenda, technology, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Kindly introduce your names and then you can start by addressing.
Konnichiwa, Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates. My name is Chinmay, delegate of Japan. Today, I stand before you as a proud representative of Japan, a nation where ancient tradition harmonized with cutting-edge innovation, with a population of 123.9 million and GDP of over 4 trillion. Japan, the nation that has transformed challenges into opportunities, whether rising from the ashes of war to build one of the world's strongest economies, Japan has set continuous global standards. Its capital, Tokyo, serves as hub of innovation and infrastructure, while other cities like Osaka and Kyoto contribute significantly in technological advancement. Today, we bring to this assembly focusing on improving Japan's existing challenges and proposing resolutions that align with the global standards of inclusivity and sustainability. Let us work together and create a solution that align with the global standards of inclusivity and sustainability. And it will create to honor our secure humanity and secure a better future for all. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates. I'm Anshika, the delegate of Japan, and I would like to introduce you with the agenda. The agenda before us addresses the critical need to ensure long-term industrial growth and stability in the face of evolving global dynamics. Our focus is to explore actionable solutions to safeguard the industries that form the backbone of Japan's economy, with particular attention to workforce optimization, supply chain resilience, and technological advancement. Japan's industrial expertise is not just the result of our rich history, but also of a forward thinking approach, always looking ahead to ensure that we can overcome any obstacle. With a commitment to innovation, sustainability, and international cooperation, Japan is dedicated to find a solution that would not only benefit our nation but also to the global community. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates. This is Mugdha, the delegate of Japan. Japan's industrial sector faces two critical challenges: labor shortage and supply chain disruptions. The first one is the labor shortage. An aging population with nearly 29% over 65 has created a severe labor crisis, particularly in manufacturing and logistics. The 2024 problem, limiting the truck drivers' overtime, could cut freight capacity by 35%, affecting key cities like Nagoya and Osaka. Second is the supply chain disruptions. It has been worsened due to natural disasters like Typhoon Kanu, which caused $5 million in damages, along with geopolitical tensions and long-lasting impact of COVID-19. This have crippled ports and transport networks. Dependency on imports for raw materials like semiconductors have caused delays, leading to a 15% drop in auto production in cities like Toyota and Hiroshima. Though these challenges may seem daunting, but they serve as the stepping stone, inspiring critical thinking, collaboration, and decisive actions. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chairpersons and esteemed delegates. I am Pawan Kumar Hanumantu, Delegate of Japan. To address workforce shortages and supply chain vulnerabilities, we propose the following resolutions. First, expand foreign labor policies, streamline visa processes, force skilled workers, offer incentives and tax breaks, can lead to 20 to 30% increase in immigration annually. Second, retain the old workforce. Provide flexible work options, invest in reskilling programs, health and wellness support with phased retirement plans. Third, diversify sources. Establish geographically diverse supply network which ensures stability and reduces risk. Long-term contracts and monitoring geopolitical risk will ensure resilience. Fourth, develop strategic reserves. Identify critical material and collaborate with private sectors for partnership of stockpiling and implement smart inventory system. Thank you.
Ohio gozaimasu. Honorable Chairperson and esteemed delegates, I am Sanskriti, the delegate of Japan. Japan stands in its crossroads in its industrial journey, facing significant challenges that demand immediate and strategic action. The issues of labor shortages and supply chain disruptions pose serious threats to economic stability and growth. Yet, these challenges also present opportunities for innovation and transformation. The proposed resolutions are expand foreign labor, leverage older workforce, and strengthen supply chain. Japan is uniquely equipped to handle these challenges head-on. By implementing this strategic solution, the nation can not only safeguard its industrial leadership, but also set a global example of adaptability and sustainability. Through collaboration and commitment, Japan can forge a future of continued progress and prosperity. Arigato gozaimasu.
Well done, Team Japan. Now it's time for delegates from Germany who will steer the discussion on the same agenda: technology, industry, innovation, and infrastructure.
I am Ananya, the delegate of Germany.
I am Apurva, the delegate of Germany.
I am Atan, delegate of Germany. I am Keith, delegate of Germany.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable chief guests and esteemed delegates present with us. I am Reed, the delegate of Germany, presenting you innovation, industries, technology, and infrastructure. Now, I want you to contemplate a Europe where Germany never existed. Envision a world where Germany's pioneering spirit and innovation robust industry, cutting-edge technology, and advanced infrastructure was never there. Germany, officially known as Federal Republic of Germany, is located in the heart of Europe with over 83 million people. It's 19th most populated country in the world, Europe's largest economy, and world's fourth largest GDP. Germany stands as global leader in various sectors, from transportation system to sustainable energy solution, from groundbreaking innovation to digital technology solutions. We'll explore Germany's research and development coupled with skilled force and strong emphasis on quality engineering. As the Berlin Wall crumbled, Germany reunited. As the Berlin Wall crumbled, Germany reunited. The Cold War was a history, and the United Nations stood tall and free. Join me as we unravel the key features contributing to Germany's success and its implementation on advancing to this world. Germany stands tall in its place. Let's see what makes it outstanding and what obstacles does it face. I pass the mic to Delegate 2.
Thank you. This is Kate, a delegate of Germany, and my agenda is to explain Germany's technology. Germany is a global leader in renewable energy with sufficient amount of investment in solar, wind, and biomass. This transition not only prevented carbon emission but also increased job opportunities in renewable energy sectors and industries. Germany's dual vocational training system combines classroom instruction with on-the-job training, providing a skilled workforce for industries like manufacturing and engineering. This system ensures a steady supply of talent to drive through technological innovation. I'll pass mic to next delegate. Thank you.
As the country is developing in industry and infrastructure, day by day, new innovations are also happening. Germany has a strong emphasis on innovations across various sectors like automotive industry. Germany is being leading in electric vehicles and autonomous technology. As Germany is doing these many innovations, in some or the other way, they are related to energy. Thus, Germany is also doing innovations in the sector of renewable energy. Germany's renewable energy capacity increased from 6.4% in 2000 to 20.1% in 2011. Germany has also reduced energy consumption from 7.3% and increased export by 40%. However, Germany has its own monopolies in local and regional energy areas. Technology also has a great impact on the country. Thus, Germany is also investing in cybersecurity and AI research development. Overall, Germany's commitment to innovation with its supportive government policies with the help of skilled workers creates a dynamic environment for continuous development of making Germany a key player in global innovations. I'll pass the mic to next delegate.
I am Apurva, the delegate of Germany, going to speak on the industries of the Germany. The industries of the Germany are one of the strong industries in the world. Not only industries, but also manufacturing cars. BMW and Mercedes are those. Germany produced 5.5 million cars annually and also aims that by 2013 there would be 15 million EV cars on its roads and already built 80,000 charging points. Not only cars but also chemicals, foods and machineries for factories. In 2021, the export ratio of manufacturing was 48.4%. In 2023, it was and also help people to have their jobs and improve and contribute in the growth of economy of country. At the least, I would like to say Germany has 4.8 of its global manufacturing up to date. Thank you. I'd like to pass this mic to delegates.
Thank you, Apurva. This is Athar, delegate of Germany. Germany's infrastructure is not just about roads. It also represents a vision for connected and efficient future. Germany's road network called Autobahn spans over 13,000 kilometers. which is known for its high speed and maintenance. Germany's rail network called Deutsche Bahn spans over 40,000 kilometers, which makes Germany's rail network 8th largest rail network in the world. With advancement in digital infrastructure, Germany's urban areas will be connected to 5G network till 2025. Germany's digital infrastructure is also robust in areas like high-speed internet and advanced telecommunication. Germany's healthcare infrastructure is highly accessible to everyone in the country, with more than 1,474 hospitals. Germany's educational infrastructure is also highly accessible and affordable to everyone in the country, with 496 educational institutes across the country. With strengthening ties with Germany, we can focus on key areas. We can coordinate and focus on key areas such as technology, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and make this world better. Thank you. I would like to conclude this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Team Germany. The next agenda is peace and security, which will be discussed by the delegates of Ukraine.
Good morning, everyone. I am Navdi Goda, delegate of Ukraine. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah Mirza, delegate of Ukraine. Good morning, everyone. I'm Purva Dhut, delegate to Ukraine. Good morning, everyone. I'm Aditi Nurwa, delegate of Ukraine. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tejas, delegate of Ukraine. So, I Navdi, delegate of Ukraine. I'm here with my friends to represent Ukraine. Ukraine has a long history. The land that is now Ukraine was controlled by many groups and different countries. In the 1700s, most of the land became part of the Russian Empire. In 1917, the Russian Revolution had ended the Russian Empire, but we did not gain independence. Why? By 1922, Ukraine had become part of the newly formed Soviet Union. In February 2022, Russian troops invaded the neighboring country of Ukraine. The Russians fired missiles at military targets and as well as at homes and cities of Ukraine. More than 2 million people became refugees as they left Ukraine to escape the fighting. Other countries throughout the world called for an end to the war, but the fighting continued. Since the beginning of the war, women and girls in Ukraine have faced many heightened risks, such as gender-based violence, conflict-related sexual violence, human trafficking, exploitation due to lack of basic safety and security, of loss of regular income, and massive displacement. As of May 10, 5.9 million refugees fled from Ukraine, and the number of internal displaced people reached 8 million. Of those who have fled from the country, though it is estimated that 90% of women and children. Thank you. Hi everyone. I'm Sarah Mirza. Presenting agenda that is peace and security in Ukraine. In March and April 2022, UN Women in close cooperation with CARE International published the Rapid Gender Analysis of Ukraine, RGA, which has confirmed that the war and follow-up humanitarian crisis have largely exacerbated pre-existing gender and intersectional inequality and discrimination at a massive scale. And women have been also disproportionately affected by the multisectoral and compounded impact of the crisis. While women and their organizations have
been playing a key role in humanitarian response. They have not been involved in decision making. Women of Ukraine must be part of the solution and decision making, including after the war, fully involved recovery, reconstruction, and maintaining peace. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Purva. The agenda is challenges faced by the Ukraine, maintaining peace and security. The trajectory of Russia's ongoing war against Ukraine is hard to predict, but the current combat situation suggests that neither side will be able to achieve a decisive military victory that settles the disputes that led to the war. Ukraine and Russia theoretically could reach an agreement to stop fighting, but the politics between the two sides and centuries of confrontational history do not suggest a lasting peace. Even if Russia achieves its objectives of securing influence in southeastern Ukraine, the Kremlin won't have a government in Kyiv to support Russian national interest. Without control of capital, Russia cannot reliably effect desired strategic change. Russia accused Ukraine failing to implement the 2014-15 Minsk agreements to end fighting in the Donbass. Will it now, after disseminating the country, press the government in Kyiv to honor some new agreement? Will leaders in Kyiv have any confidence in a peace agreement reached with a government in Moscow that does not recognize its sovereignty and territorial integrity? Both seem implausible at present. Thank you. Hello everyone. I am Abdul here representing the resolutions for the challenges faced by Ukraine. As the war in Ukraine grinds to a stalemate, it is critical to begin building security and peace frameworks that will establish a just and lasting peace for Ukraine and the future Russian aggression. This includes of building institutions that will provide security guarantees. Ukraine continues to work diligently on peace. On January 15, Switzerland announced that it had offered a host summit for Ukraine, centered around Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky's 10 peace point plan. This summit, whose date has not yet been announced, aims to follow 2 and 4 previous security level national gatherings in Copenhagen, Jeddah, Malta, and Davos. Zelensky has expressed his hopes that all nations in the world who respect sovereignty and territorial integrity will attend, including the members of so-called Global South. In the meantime, Ukraine and its partners are working to flesh out and implement each of those 10 goals in the peace plan. One of the most important points is already making substantial progress towards becoming the reality. That is the formulation of series of bilateral agreements and the building of capacities. Under point 9, prevention of escalation. The point states that Ukraine is not a member of any of the alliances, and the Budapest Memorandum has not been able to ensure the country's security and safety in practice. Therefore, when the current Russian invasion is repelled, it is essential to prevent any chance of its repetition or any further escalation. This can only be achieved with proper and effective security guarantees for Ukraine. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I am Jennifer came here to conclude the thing. So what options remains now? How can the two sides find a way out? Sort of Russia grinding Ukraine to pieces and leaving aside an unrealistic plan of Putin's removal by a pro-peace faction. This strategy would allow NATO members to maintain out of future Russia-Ukraine war, and this would be more politically palatable for the West. For Ukraine, this would represent a path to long-term security without relying on Russia's benign intentions. If the promise was coupled, the sizable carrot of Russian withdrawal from the Ukrainian territory captured after 2022 invasion, the Ukraine could be brought on board. As per Russia, the principal attraction of this option will be de facto, if not de jure, a promise of not to include Ukraine in NATO. This the Russians will most likely to assure that in a informal non-commitment alignment, and it will be assured that with the assurance of Turkey and Hungary vetoed Ukrainian membership. As some might propose pursuing the porcupine strategy unilaterally, it will allow, without taking the assent of Russia to be pouring aid into Ukraine and fighting. The past year has shown that even for well-armed Ukraine, it will be tough to recapture the Ukrainian territory. So, the Russian peace will allow us to capture some of the important territory. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Team Ukraine. I now invite Team Russia to discuss on the same agenda, peace and securities.
Respected Honorable Chair, esteemed delegates, the delegation of the Russian Federation is honored to participate in the crucial discussion. As a permanent member of United Nations Security Council, Russia has emphasized the importance of dialogue, respect for sovereignty, and maintaining stability. Today, we gather to address pressing issues like threatening global peace, terrorism, armed conflicts. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Good morning, Honorable Chair, fellow delegates. I, Kasturi, the delegation of Russian Federation, is pleased to present the agenda for today's session, focusing on SDG 16, peace and security. This goal is dedicated to promote peace, justice, and strong institutions. It emphasizes the importance of reducing violence, ensuring justice for all, and building relevant institutions that can prevent conflicts. Achieving peace and security requires addressing inevitably factors such as poverty, poor governance, and inequality, while fostering cooperation and mutual trust between the nations. The Russian Federation have committed to support the global effect that aims to create a safer and more peaceful world for the future generation. Thank you, Honorable Chair and fellow delegates.
Good morning, one and all here. I am Gitesh from Russia. Today I am here to discuss the challenges facing by Russia. The challenges facing by Russia is the geopolitical tension between European countries, and they have conflict with the Ukraine and Russia. The Ukraine and Russia war is continuing from more than a year. So by it, there are many humanitarian crises that are displacement by war and other. Russia has many cyber threats by other countries because Russia is the enemy of many countries. So for solutions and resolutions of the Russia, I would like to hand over to Akshay Kumar.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and fellow delegates. This is Akshay from Russia. To address the challenges to global peace and security, the delegation of Russian Federation proposes the following resolutions. Strengthen UN peacekeeper mission by enhancing funding, equipment, and training. Disarmament. Advance global treaties and enforce compliance.
counterterrorism, enhance international cooperation and intelligence sharing, humanitarian aid, increase support for refugees and displaced persons, cybersecurity, develop global frameworks to tackle emerging cyber threats. The delegation of Russia is confident that these measures will contribute significantly to achieve SDG 16. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and my fellow delegates. Myself, Shivraj, from Russia. The delegation, the Russian Federation, reiterates the Russian Federation. The Russian Federation reiterates it's setting.
I would like to continue forward. We summarize some points. The forward points are here. The points are countering terrorism. Countering terrorism means the countering terrorism is the global threat for Russia, and the many other problems like geopolitical tension. Russia is ready for cooperation with other European countries if they are ready. Thank you. Now I would like to hand over to Pranay.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for your precious time.
Well done, Team Russia. Well, we conclude the round one. Great job to all the delegates. You have done an amazing job putting your best foot forward in round one. Remember, this is just the beginning of your journey to showcase your skills and creativity. Moving on to round two. Round two is the country debate round, where each country can pose up two valid and appropriate questions to any other country. Delegates must adhere to the decorum of the session, ensuring no counter questions are asked and maintaining a respectful exchange. Chairperson will decide the best answer given by the country. The parameters for this round are as follows: valid questions raised, active participation, giving valid solution to the raised problem, and confidence level. So we'll begin with round two. Each country will get an opportunity to ask two questions to any country. You can ask two questions to the same country as well, or you can ask one question to a particular country and to some other country as well. So shall we move on to the round two? Let's give a round of applause, everyone. All right. Moving on to round two, I open the mic for Team Australia. Delegates of Australia can ask two questions to any country.
I would like to ask my first question to Japan. How does Japan plan to maintain its technological leadership amidst growing competition from other Asian nations?
Can you repeat one question?
How does Japan plan to maintain its technological leadership amidst growing competition from other Asian nations?
Automobiles and industries that are coming up. आता जो बोलेगा So our delegate Anshika will answer the question. I would first like to thank the delegate to bring this into my consideration. The growing industries help out the technological leadership of Japan to maintain its global dynamic changes that are taking place around the globe. And it's the industries like automobiles, AIs, and everything is helping up Japan to grow up faster to maintain its leadership.
Thank you.
Our next question is to the delegates of Ukraine. My question is, what are the potential steps for Ukraine to achieve a lasting peace agreement with Russia?
Can you please repeat the question?
My question is, what are the potential steps for Ukraine to achieve a lasting peace agreement with Russia?
Okay. Uh, uh, the answer for your question is that as we already announced that Switzerland is offering a host as a peace summit for Ukraine. So we will take help of Switzerland to make a good bonding with Russia, and also will be will even extension of territories we can bear it, and even for the that plan of 10 points of peace, we can use that for making a good bonding between Russia and Ukraine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Australia. Now I open the mic for delegates of USA. This is your time. You may ask questions.
In relation to what was just discussed, my question is to Team Japan. With increased automation, how will your country address the layoffs while promoting technological advancements? In relation to what was just discussed, my question is to Team Japan. With increased automation, how will your country address the layoffs by promoting technological advancements?
Hello, are you audible?
Excuse us for the noise.
Why the pause, children? Team USA, did you all get your question?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
In relation to what was discussed, my question is to Team Japan. With increased automation, how will your country address the layoffs by promoting technological advancements?
I think Team Japan has lost the signal. So do you all have question for any other team?
Yes.
Yes.
My question is to Team Germany. What progress has Germany made in reducing its industrial carbon footprints? Am I audible? Yes.
It could be.
Um, I appreciate your question. This solution could be very simple. So, like Germany has a clear policy framework for transition, establishing a definite regulatory environment for hydrogen and other renewable technologies. And this includes setting clear targets and providing incentives, reducing bureaucratic hurdles to foster industry confidence and investment. We also have solar energy. This is basically our main agenda. As Germany is a very big manufacturer for cars, this is always on our list to reduce pollution and carbon footprint. Renewable energy is our main point. Thank you.
Okay. May I ask next question to Japan again?
I think Japan is still trying to get the signal. You have question for any other country?
Yes. Ma'am, we are having a network glitch.
Yes, yes. So
Japan.
yes,
Yes.
US can ask to some other country.
Can I ask for Australia? Okay. My next question is to Australia. If producers are required to pay for recycling and waste management, these costs might be passed on to customers through higher prices on products. Would this make everyday products less affordable for Australians, especially for low-income families?
I'm sorry, but I couldn't get your question.
Okay,
Can you repeat it, please?
If producers are required to pay for recycling and waste management, these costs might be passed on to customers and consumers through high prices on the products. Would this make everyday products less affordable for Australians, especially for low-income families? Was I audible to that question?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. According to our faces challenges, one of the challenge was consumer awareness and behaviorness. So we have to reduce the prices, hence the poverty will be decreased in Australia. Many of them are like below the poverty line, and the government should improve their schemes regarding these issues. And I get plastics, 16% of plastic are recycled through waste management, and their climatic conditions are also extreme weather conditions impact on ecosystems and human settlements. Hence, it should be like reduce their price. I think so. Thank you.
All right. USA, are you done with both the questions?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Moving on, I open the mic for the delegates of Japan to ask questions.
Thank you for this opportunity. And my first question is for our fellow delegates of USA. How will you manage the economic growth with the environmental responsibilities in the industries like agriculture and mining?
May you repeat the question, please?
How will you manage the economic growth with the environmental responsibilities like agriculture and mining?
Well, my answer to that question is Feed the Future has since helped millions of people in vulnerable communities around the world reduce hunger and malnutrition, increase their income through agriculture, and create economic opportunities both on and off the farm.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Our second question is for fellow delegates of Germany. That is, what are the key challenges for SDG 9 and what are the initiatives taken by the government about it? I am repeating the question again. What are the key challenges for SDG 9 and what initiatives has been taken by the government about it?
Please repeat the question again.
What are the key challenges for SDG 9 and what initiatives has been taken by the government about it?
SDG Goal 9 is for Germany is sustainable development for its country, focusing, of course, on its economy and pollution, which is basically a reducing factor in Germany. Germany is also focusing on its sustainable building infrastructure and renewable energy. This is as answered in the previous question. And also carbon footprints, reducing hydrogen and increasing usage of EV. SDG 9 goals are very simple as our main economy is car manufacturing, so it is reducing pollution and sustainable development. Carbon and we also use carbon and graphite. Thank you.
Now I open the mic for delegates of country Germany to ask questions.
Okay, so my question is for USA. As Germany is currently concentrating on carbon fiber and graphite, as I mentioned in my answer, so how is USA utilizing advanced material like carbon fiber and graphite in infrastructure projects?
So, in my opinion, Germany is using carbon fiber and such kind of modelized items in the infrastructure for recycling purposes. And now also we are, the USA is working on improving the greenhouse emissions effects on the planet and on the environmental basis. So they are working on the electric-based vehicles and all these things. That's the reason. These modernized materials are used in USA for such kind of purposes. Thank you. Anything else?
You repeat anything else?
I want to know how you are using carbon fiber and graphite in your infrastructure.
Infrastructure in USA, infrastructure in infrastructure they are working on industries for recycling. So for recycling, maybe they are using carbon fibers and all these things, all these modernized items, due to which recycling could be very easily and yeah.
I don't think this answers my question, but okay.
Team Germany. Team Germany, as I mentioned earlier, you are not supposed to count a question. And whatever the answer has been given, that's it. Okay?
Okay, my apologies. Next question will be asked by Delegate Ananya.
So, as the delegate of Japan, have talked about his labor shortage. So, I would like to ask, what policies has Japanese government implement to address labor shortage, and what are their effectiveness?
Team Germany, please repeat the question again.
Okay, what policies has the Japanese government implemented to address labor shortage, and what are their effectiveness?
Foreign labor policies implement here. Foreign labor policies. So the answer for this question will be given by our fellow delegate Pawan. Japan government has implemented foreign labor policies for attracting foreign laborers to their countries. This is the only one which is very effective about the labor shortages. It attracted many laborers from the foreign countries. About 2.5 million laborers came from foreign to our country, Japan. Thank you.
All right, moving on to the next country who can ask questions is Ukraine. Delegates of Ukraine can ask questions.
Thank you for the opportunity. Relation with discussed by USA. On basis of that, here is the question. Country USA, how will you solve the food insecurity problem and high waste production? Pardon me. And repeating the question, how will you solve the food insecurity problem and high waste production?
Team Ukraine, you are not audible. The voice is not clear. You speak out a little loud.
Yeah, ma'am. How will you solve the food insecurity problem and high waste production? The question is for country USA.
So I would like to proceed with the answer. Food insecurity problem would be resolved in our country with the help of such kind of programs which are launched and which we are suggesting to launch is Feeding America, which helps to the people who are facing the problems of food insecurity, which will give you security, food security. Also, Feed the Future is one of the program in USA which deals with food insecurity. And harvesting, as we all know now, this current crisis of USA, there is a lot of burning of forest and land in USA. So harvesting is now, according to me, it's not. So I would like to end stop.
Okay, so just about food insecurity, what about harvest production? You're not audible properly. Just give the answer for food insecurity problem. But what about your harvest production, which is increasing day by day?
I'm sorry, but we are not listening to your voice now.
We're not able to hear the voice.
Can you speak in a larger tone?
Team Ukraine, you're not supposed to cross question. Has Team USA answered?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello?
Team Ukraine, you get to ask only one question and you cannot counter question them.
Okay, ma'am.
Kindly move on to the next question.
Next.
Next question is for country Russia. How will you enhance your financial funding? I'm reiterating the question. How will you enhance your financial funding?
Pardon, can you please repeat the question?
I'm reiterating the question again. How will you enhance your financial funding?
We can increase our financial funding by export of resources like petroleum. Russia have the main source of petroleum. Russia also have land on Antarctica. There is the more petroleum is there. So Russia can dig the petroleum and it can sell. Russia is one of the largest exporter of petroleum. So they can enhance. it. Okay.
All right, moving on to Team Russia. Team Russia, it's your chance to ask questions.
First question for US. If the US shares agricultural technology globally, how does it address concerns about affordability and accessibility for poorer nations?
To which country is the question posed?
USA.
USA. Kindly repeat the question.
If the US shares agricultural technology globally, how does it address concerns about affordability and accessibility for poorer nations?
Excuse me, but you're not audible.
This is loudly.
Background noise is actually a lot, so you could proceed with another.
Okay.
Can come back to this.
If the US shares agriculture technology globally, how does it address concern about affordability and accessibility for poorer nations? Is it audible?
The background noise is a lot, so we can't hear you.
Okay.
Because of the background noise, we can't hear you. So can you move to the next question and afterward come to us?
Next question. Next question is for Ukraine.
Hold on. Team Russia,
Yes.
your voice is loud enough, but it's not clear. They are not able to understand the question. Kindly read it a little slowly.
Okay.
Not
If
the
the
volume,
US
but
shares-
the speed. Yeah, try it again.
US shares agriculture technology globally. How does it address concern about affordability and accessibility for poorer nations? Is it okay?
Please, we are having background noise, that's why we are unable to hear. There are drums outside. Outdoor, there are drums, we can't hear you actually. You might hear the noise.
Once last time I'm repeating. No noise is there here. We are sitting on a.
That's all right.
Can I repeat once more? Can I repeat once more?
Let's give it a try again. Yes, Team Russia.
If the US shares agriculture technology globally, how does it address concerns about affordability and accessibility for poorer nations?
Team Russia, you are not audible. Please repeat your question.
I think Team USA is facing some network problem. Russia is clearly audible. So Team Russia, maybe you can go ahead with this.
See, that's why we can't. There are drums, that's why we can't hear the Team Russia. Drums and road. There are drums and roads, that's why we can't hear.
Should I?
One last time, Russia, you can try. Otherwise, we'll move with other country.
Okay. If the USA shares agricultural technology globally, how does it address concerns about affordability and accessibility for poorer nations? Is it okay, ma'am? Or should I message or right?
It's okay. Team Russia.
We can't hear. Team Russia is clearly not audible actually because of the background noise we are having.
We are having a lot of background noise. There is a ceremony going.
There's a marriage ceremony in the road. That's why we can't hear you.
Right, right. So Team Russia, you can move ahead with other country.
So there is a noise at US. Thank you, ma'am. Now, question for other country, Ukraine. Next question is for Ukraine.
Yes, go ahead, Team Russia.
If neutrality is suggested as a path to peace, how can Ukraine ensure its security without allies like NATO?
Please repeat the question.
I didn't get your question. I beg your pardon.
Okay. If neutrality is suggested as a path to peace to Ukraine, how can Ukraine ensure the security without alliancing with NATO?
Can you be a bit slow, please?
Slow? Okay. If neutrality is suggested to Ukraine as a path to peace, how can Ukraine ensure its security with alliancing with NATO?
I can ensure peace and security. Ensure peace and security.
So the answer for your question is here. It was quite interesting question for us and even challengeable. So the answer is that for increasing security level,
we are just ensuring prevention of escalation. And even the bilateral agreements are getting ready for it.
Thank you, delegates, for further answers.
Even we are making effective security guarantees for Ukraine, so it will ensure that Ukraine is safe and secure for every country. And even we are trying to make good bondings with each country so that we and our citizens are secure. Thank you.
Thank you, fellow delegates, for your cooperation.
USA was not able to hear the question. Russia gets one more chance to ask question to any other country.
Ma'am, I would like to ask question to Japan. Can I start?
Yes.
Japan, can I start?
Yes. Yes.
What policies can Japan adopt to manage raising food cost while ensuring accessibility for low-income households in Japan?
Okay. So it's
Let's repeat the question once.
If Japan is attacked by cybersecurity threats and the softwares are failed, so what is the Japan's next step to tackle it? Should I repeat my question?
Just a second, please. So, thank you for the question, but the answer will be given by our fellow delegate Anshika. Thank you so much for this question. So, our resolution for this question is mainly we would hire a very skillful person who would be skillful in this area to just develop up and bring up our backup again of our software and would just change up everything back to the previous one, which software we were having. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, but I am not satisfied.
Okay, Team Russia. Now, we conclude the round 2 and we move to the round 3. All right, before we conclude, let's give it up for all the delegates who asked the question, who answered the question. Well done to all the delegates. Well done. Now, moving on to round 3. Round 3 is the chairperson round. The chairperson get to ask questions to the delegates. Country-wise. So the chairperson can start with Team Australia and the chairperson we'll start with Ms. Prerna, who can pose question to Team Australia and Team USA.
I hope I'm audible clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have a really important question for Australia. As you might be very aware that Australia is very famous for this great carrier reef that is present in Australia. It is like the agenda for Australia at hand is responsible consumption and production, right? So the aspects that you use in production, the aspects that you use in consumption, they have a really bad impact on the environment as well. So the Great Barrier Reef has been having a lot of negative impacts on itself, and it has been deteriorating because of the pollution and the consumerism which is present in Australia. So how do you think are you going to address such environmental aspects? Because Great Barrier Reef is a very important part of the Australian culture itself, if you know about it, right? Because it's very famous worldwide as well. So such ecological impacts, if they happen in Australia, it will be very detrimental for the entire globe. So how do you think you'll address these issues, these economical as well as ecological issues, by using your consumption and production strategies?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. I would like to say that we encourage environmentally friendly farming methods and we cut down on food waste, and we have strengthened awareness raising and education initiatives that support sustainable consumption. And we have like due to all of this, we have lower emissions of greenhouse gases and better infrastructure for recycling and garbage management. And according to us, the greater population of Australia has a good understanding and participation in sustainable consumption. So yeah, we promote global collaboration and
So, as you
information.
mentioned that the population of Australia is very concerned about the issues at hand as well. So, do you have any initiatives in mind that you have already implemented or plan to implement in the future concerning the population of Australia, and making them aware about their responsibilities towards the ecological impact which is happening because of the carbon emissions? Because as you might be aware, Australia has a regional ranking 2 in the carbon emissions across the world, across the regional area, and a global ranking of 16, which is very high. So an ecological balanced view is very important for Australia as of now. So do you have any initiatives in mind which you have already implemented for the general population of your country, or you are planning to implement in the near future?
We have already strengthened that awareness raising in the schooling systems of Australia, and we have created a framework of worldwide circular economy. So those are some initiatives, and we have also started a global awareness campaign. We propose to start a global awareness campaign that will encourage sustainable living. Also, we have introduced a national container deposit scheme. So these are some of the resolutions that we have proposed.
Thank you so much. All the best to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll ask my second question to USA, if that's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Ma'am,
USA, you have mentioned that you have a very strong hold
Ma'am,
in
1
the
minute.
UNSC as you're a permanent member there. But don't you think that the power that you have has been misused by you at times? Because being a permanent member, you have a better power in UNSC as well, as you might be aware. right? So do you think at times you have misused your power to restrict some resolutions that might be passed in UNSA, because you have a very strong foothold in the entire world, right? Because you are the biggest economy in the entire world. So I believe that the USA in the past actions has misused this veto power. Do you have any justification or any reasonable justification or any reason that you might have for using such veto powers in the past? And do you have any one particular instance where you have misused this veto power? Can you remind me once?
Okay, I would like my fellow delegate Vaishnavi to answer that question.
So, good morning, ma'am. In my opinion, I think that USA has not misused its power, but it is not able to showcase its power in front of the world. Because of the youth in USA, they are not able to. They need everything easy and quick in their country, in our country. So for such purposes, they are not unable to go with the sustainable initiatives in our country. So in my opinion, it is not the misuse of the power, but we can say that their power is not able to be showcased in the country.
I also have a second question for Team USA. I also have a second question for Team USA. Are you aware? Like, I have 2 to 3 like conquering questions. I'll keep asking them. Are you aware of any environmental protocols that were signed during the past years, like during the past decades, to have the environmental bad impact that the environment is having, to have control on the environmental impact? Because if I'm not wrong, USA has always had a image of itself as an elitist country, right? Because it is a very, very developed country. It is the highest ranking country, as it has the highest GDP in the world. So it has done all of the growth that it needed to reach there. Right, but there are developing countries which are in the process to reach at that high level of GDP, or the highest level of growth. So don't you think that USA has at times misused its elitist power, and has forced the developing countries to rather sign some protocols which USA hasn't itself signed? Which are for the betterment of the environment. So there are a few protocols, if you're sure, like if you're aware about it. Do you know any protocols or any agreements that were signed in the world, which were which were signed for the having a better ecological impact in the entire world, to reduce the global carbon emissions? So are you aware of any such protocols?
Ma'am, we are not aware of any such protocols, but I must say that USA has not restricted something across the world, but I can say that USA is now focusing on greenhouse emissions also in our country. It is launching many of the projects until 2050. They have assured that there would be net zero emissions greenhouse effects in the
Can you name any such initiatives?
Initiatives. Yes, USA has took one of the initiative. They have started preparing electric vehicles, and they have made assured that in 2050 they would have a 50% sale on such cars, that each and every people in USA should purchase electrical vehicles due to which greenhouse gas would be reduced and controlled?
The protocols that I mentioned were actually Kyoto Protocol, which was signed in the year 1997. It was a very big move by USA actually because the protocol was suggested by USA but not ratified by USA. So Kyoto Protocol basically was signed by UNFCCC, if you're aware about it, because your agenda, as I can see, is based on responsible consumption and production, which has a very close impact on ecological issues as well. So it was a Kyoto Protocol which was not signed, ratified by USA, even though it was the country which proposed the protocol. So that was the answer that I was expecting from you, but I hope you all the best.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
I request
actually,
our chairperson, Miss Alamo,
okay.
to ask
Ma'am, actually,
questions to country
okay.
Japan and Germany.
Okay. Japan and Germany. Okay. My first question to Germany. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. First question to Germany. How does Germany plan to balance its economic growth with its commitment to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and increasing renewable energy sources? Balance its economic growth with its commitment to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and increasing renewable energy sources.
Ma'am, please repeat the question. You're not audible.
How does Germany plan to balance economic growth? Okay, it is economic growth is there. No, it should balance the economic growth. Okay, it should commit with the reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to use increasing renewable energy sources. How do they plan? How do you plan? I hope I'm clear.
Ma'am, once again, will you answer? I think your question is how are we balancing and how are we balancing economy and even pollution, right? Reducing pollution.
Yeah, correct. You
We do-
have to reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
So
You have to balance your economic growth. Okay, economic growth if you and whether reduce you have to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and usage of increasing renewable energy sources.
Sir, here is a off video.
Why we don't
Now keep it here.
And mute
One keep it better. As that mic is here, so that it is audible and the camera is there.
Okay, so I would like to answer the question. So Germany has made significant changes to its energy economy. So actually, if you are thinking that if we are trying to balance pollution, our economy is actually not reducing. By facts, Germany's renewable energy capacity increased from 6.4% in 2000 to 20.1% in 2011. So Germany has reduced energy consumption by 7.3%, and even its low emission zones in 2008 was in the same policy that Germany has introduced. So there is even FISCAC policy by Germany. So if you are investing in pollution, we are even investing in infrastructure, innovation, and technology. So keeping balance, and of course renewable energy. So Germany is a global leader in renewable energy with significant investment in solar, wind, and biomass power. So if by this we are also creating jobs in the renewable energy sector and foster innovation in sustainable technology.
Can you elaborate in that biomass structure?
Can you repeat?
You just now you said about the biomass structure, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you elaborate that how you have managed to work on it?
So we biomass power you asked. So as Germany's economy is centered in car manufacturing, right? So when car manufacturing is there, pollution, so obviously it is there. So while Germany is trying to reduce the pollution, it is investing in renewable energy. Now, when it is investing in renewable energy, it also has to balance its economy. So what Germany has done, first of all, biomass power is like using environment as its source for like solar wind we can say, or maybe using wind, we can use water as our electricity, or biogas production, like for using from animals, biogas production. And even Germany introduced low emission zones. That is like it is for reducing pollution from cars.
All right.
I hope this answers your question.
Yeah. All right. Okay. My second question for Japan.
Thank you.
The second question for Japan. I hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. How does Japan plan to retain older workers aligned with its goal of increasing innovation and productivity in their workforce? Do you want me to repeat the question, Japan?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Japan, what is the Japan's plan, okay, to retain older workers to align with the goal of increasing innovation and productivity in the workforce? Older workers. Am I clear with the question? Japan
Yes,
delegate? Yes. Go ahead.
So, ma'am, thank you for the question. And the answer is that we will retain the older workforce by giving training camps, and we will mentor them, and we will also provide some flexible hours by seeing their age as they could work, and we will keep the medical and healthcare also for them for initiating the task and complete them, and we will keep some small time that they will complete the task properly, and we need their experience. We will use their experience to work, and we will support them completely. We will combine older workforce and new workforce and form entire industry, and we will develop properly.
Okay. Okay, that was a nice answer that you have given and interesting for us. Thank you. Thank you, Japan.
Ma'am, you can ask for Germany.
I have one question for Germany. I have one question for Germany.
Ma'am,
So
1 minute.
considering that
One
currently
minute.
in the international scenario, China and USA both are. Am I audible? Okay, I'll repeat my question. Am I audible to the Germany team? Am I audible to you?
Yes, you're audible, Miss Prerna.
Okay. So, how is Germany ensuring its leadership in AI and robotics despite competition from countries like US and China? So, as you might have known that China is the manufacturing hub of the entire world, wherein everything that is present in almost every country is being manufactured in China. So, hence, it is using a lot of robotics and AI technology in its production manufacturing units as well. So, how do you think Germany being a beacon of infrastructure and innovation, as you had mentioned in your earlier speeches, that it produces a lot of cars, EVs, and BMWs, and all of that, right? It is a hub for very famous hub for cars. So, how do you think Germany is going to compete with countries like USA and China in the current international scenario?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. So I believe your question is, why is Germany lagging in technology?
My question is, I am not telling that Germany is lagging in technology because it's a really good hub of technology. I'm asking you what are the plans of Germany? How do you think Germany in the near future, in the coming future, will address the competition that it is going to face from countries like US and China? Because US and China are also faring very well in the terms of AI, robotics, and innovation. So how is Germany going to tackle such competition from such two huge powers in the global scenario?
So Germany is having a solution which is like accelerated digital infrastructure development, investing in high-speed broadband and 5G network, and supporting digital transformation across industry. So this will enhance productivity and enable adoption of advanced technology. So even we have like we are even promoting AI in education, investing in research and department. Germany is trying to increase by in investing in urban cities. So making it more like modernizable or trying to cope up with higher countries. Even it is trying to collaborate with.
Do you have any initiatives in mind right now that you might have already implemented? Because I am aware of one very famous initiative that Germany had recently passed in the past, I believe, 2 or 3 years. Do you have any initiatives or any policies that Germany has uh, implemented for a better ecological transition, like energy system? Because you might be aware that Germany had a huge impact, Russia had a huge impact on the imports of gas from Russia, right? Because Germany, nearly I believe 34 or 35% gas imports are done from Russia. So to do the energy system transition, Germany had implemented one very famous, it was a very world famous initiative or a strategy. Do you remember the name of the strategy, or do you know anything about it?
Can you please give us a second so that we can. So like Qatar, I think Qatar's import LNG. Am I audible? Like we have
Please repeat.
started power plant, coal plants. We are restarting coal power plants. And we are also getting import LNG from Qatar.
I couldn't hear you. Can you please repeat yourself?
Germany is restarting coal power plants and we are also getting import LNG from Qatar.
Okay, I get it. The answer that I expected from you was because these are certain initiatives that a country usually takes to, import certain energy requirements for itself. But a very famous policy which was implemented by Germany was energy Wende policy. You can search it up because it was very important, right? Because it was implemented to transition its energy system to a low carbon nuclear free economy because it is a very important aspect for Germany as of now.
Ma'am, but you have told that this initiative was recent, but this one was in 2000, Energy Vende. 2000 it was.
Yeah, I mentioned it was in the near 2000 years, like before 20 to 30 years. That is what I mentioned, right? But it's okay. You gave a good answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
I request Miss Alamo to ask question to Ukraine.
Yes, ma'am. I will ask the question to Ukraine. Shall I go with Russia first? Hello? Shall I go with Russia first?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. For Russia. One second. What measures will your country take to promote global disarmament treaties and stricter enforcement of existing ones? I hope I'm audible. Russia.
All right, ma'am. Okay, the team Russia can answer.
Can you
Go ahead.
repeat your question? It was not clear. Sorry.
What measures will your country take to promote global disarmament treaties and stricter enforcement of existing ones?
I'm sorry for misconception. Can you repeat once more?
What measures will your country take to promote global disarmament treaties? Okay, and stricter enforcement of the existing treaties. There are some treaties made by your country, right? So one is that they promote global disarmament one. I hope you understand what is global disarmament.
Yes, ma'am. May I take 1 minute to answer?
Yes, yes. Quick.
We are introducing a new currency. Well, we are introducing a new currency by BRICS. The BRICS, because to discourage the armed forces as our currency will be international and it will discourage the armed forces because the international payment is in dollars. It will, we will sign the international pact with the United Nations because if we are unarmed, so we have many security threats. So we will sign the global peace treaty with United Kingdom. Thank you.
So you will sign the treaty with United Kingdom.
Sorry, ma'am, I have to say United States, USA, because all international payments are in dollar. So we want to discourage the arms. So we are introducing a new international currency to challenge the American dollar, by BRICS.
Okay, continue.
By BRICS, we are introducing a new currency to challenge the American dollar. And as we know, America is the largest exporter of armed forces. It's the largest exporter of armed forces in the world. So if we make another alternate currency or introduce a currency from BRICS, so it will automatically discourage the armed forces payment and delay.
Okay, good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good. Thank you. Now my question for Ukraine. Okay. What strategies can Ukraine implement to revitalize its economy in the post-war period? Now it is the post-war period for Ukraine, isn't it? So what strategies they can implement to revitalize its economy?
But now you are not clear. Now can you please
do you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Strategies that Ukraine are implementing to revitalize the economy in the post-war period. Am I clear?
Challenge this question. Just we need some time for discussion. Can we have it?
Ma'am, children, delegates of Ukraine, your voice is echoing for me. So one of you please talk. Only one, please.
Turn off this.
Turn off this and turn on this.
This. This mute. And you don't care.
I hope my question is clear to all of you.
Yes,
Ukraine
ma'am,
delegates.
it's clear, and it was a quite challengeable question. Can we have some time for discussion?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, ma'am.
What, ma'am?
The question is that economic growth, but that damage during Ma'am, as per my opinion, in Ukraine, women must have right for decision making and solution. This would make better economy in Ukraine.
Only women, other strategies? Can you explain other strategies? Only women should work. Women should be given, but can you tell some other strategies?
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, without control of the capital, Russia cannot reliably affect its desired strategic change.
Okay.
Ma'am, even I would like to add in that for making our economy good, we can even by taking the women's in our decision, and also making new strategies for getting capital control. Even we can be good in a technology, we can improve our technology and science.
That
Ma'am, and
strategy to
after
improve
the
your technology and science, what strategy you can use? That is my question. The
yes,
decision of
ma'am,
the women, yeah, okay, that and all I agree. But you are saying, na, we have to improve the technology and science. Now, the post-war period, consider in that way, this post-war period. The post-war period means they are in total, mostly, most of the things are destroyed, right? So, how will they revitalize it?
ma'am. So we will first promote you.
Ma'am, we can do reconstruction, and even we can take help of different countries like Switzerland and other partners of Ukraine, which are ready to help to Ukraine.
Other students who come
Okay.
here, we will use.
And to improve our technology and science, we can promote different country students and citizens to settle down in Ukraine, and we can make them more comfortable there.
Even the centuries of confrontational history is used.
And because of loss of Ukraine, for maintaining technology, it should fully involved in recovery, reconstruction, and maintaining peace.
And ma'am, we will try to find a way to bring back the refugees who have already fled Ukraine during the war to escape the fighting.
We will
And we can also provide the subsidies for
Okay.
education.
Okay. Okay. I'm satisfied
Thank you
with
so
your
much,
answer.
ma'am.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, delegates, all the delegates.
I have two questions, one for Ukraine and one for Russia later. As I think Miss Labdhi, if I'm not wrong, has mentioned bringing back refugees, right? And internally displaced people. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah. So Miss Labdhi just mentioned that they would bring back the refugees from other countries who had fled Ukraine during the war period, because the war period has been going for a very long time now, right? For 3 years. So how do you plan on, how does Ukraine plan to deal with the refugees and the internally displaced person after the post-war period? Because all of the, I believe most of the infrastructure that Ukraine had till now had been destroyed because of the ongoing and a very tremendous war which Ukraine has been facing, and it has had a lot of bad impacts in Ukraine as well. So how does Ukraine plan on dealing with these refugees and the internally displaced people?
Ma'am, may I answer in place of Labdi?
You may. Thank you.
First, we'll try our best to finish all the fighting which we have done with Russia. We'll make one good bond with Russia first. By doing that, we'll promise all the refugees, all the people that now there would be no such thing. So they would be safe and secure in Ukraine again. And then by promising them, by being sure that our responsibilities will be done nicely. So we'll try our best to bring them back.
Ukraine, just 1 minute. You have been logged in with two devices and it's echoing. Wait. Team Ukraine, just wait. Your voice is echoing. Uh, Teachers dealing with Team Ukraine, please I request you to exit from one device. You're in the same device with you're in the same room with the two devices. Thank you.
Can you repeat your answer again, please? I couldn't hear you.
Yes. Ma'am,
So we will first, like the refugees who have first gone out of the country, then we will make new homes and construct, then try to bring them back, and then make new job opportunities, and those who are internally displaced to give them a new opportunity, and we will also promote others students to come here and settle down, so which will allow for more stable development. And when we will try to make education as cheap and free as possible for the students.
Team Ukraine, please. I'm really sorry to interrupt
After
you again.
post
Team
we
Ukraine, I'm
will
really Team
make good bonding
Ukraine.
with Russia, and with the help of Russia, Poland, and other countries,
Team
we
Ukraine,
can
just hold on for a minute.
reconstruction.
Kiran sir,
After
you
that,
are
we
audible
will
more than the students. Please, I request you to log in with one device so that it can be audible as well as we can see the students, because the students are not in the session. Like we can't see them.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, please. Thank you, sir. Meanwhile, ma'am will proceed ahead with Russia.
So I have a very important question for Russia actually, because the agenda for Russia this time was peace and security. And in the ongoing conflict with Ukraine, Russia has been majorly seen as the aggressor, the side which was seen as the first side to attack Ukraine. So do you have any justification for the ongoing conflict that you have with Ukraine right now? What are your justification? What is your point of view that you had regarding this war that you're still fighting at times with Ukraine?
Hello, ma'am. Sorry for that misconvenience, but I didn't hear your question. Can you repeat once more?
Sure, I'll repeat it. So, in the ongoing conflict with Ukraine, as Russia has been in a conflict with Ukraine for the past 3 years and is in a continuous conflict right now as well. So, majorly, Russia is always seen as the aggressor in this conflict, in this war, the side which is always the first one to attack Ukraine, right? It is perceived like that by majority of the world. So, do you have any justification for this perceiving that the countries have for Russia, or do you have any justification that why you're fighting this war, and what peace resolutions are you ready to put forth, because it is having a very bad impact on Russia as well. The war is having a very bad impact on Russia as well. So, do you have any justification for the war that you're fighting right now and the continuous aggression that you're showing towards Ukraine?
Okay, ma'am. Just a minute.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Answer is NATO was proposing to Ukraine that they should join the NATO, and if Ukraine join NATO, the USA will have a opportunity to war with Russia very easily on land, because because Ukraine and Russia is sharing its boundary by land. So if a base of your NATO or USA is situated in Ukraine, so the USA has a plus point in war with Russia and Ukraine. And if it happened, the war can be named as a World War III, because USA is directly involved. So for our future security, Russia is trying to convince Ukraine that don't join NATO. And the second is, in 1991, Ukraine was part of the United Russia, but after it Ukraine got separated, then we are just fighting with our brothers and sisters. We are ready to negotiate. We are ready to cooperate if the NATO, if the Ukraine is not joining NATO, and it gives us a strong view that it will not join NATO. Thank you. Yes.
Sorry, as you mentioned that you're fighting your wars with your brothers and sisters, as Ukraine used to be a part of the United Federation of Russia. Don't you think it's unethical to fight the war with your brothers and sisters? And you should have stopped it as soon as possible. And if you want to stop it, what are your initiatives that you are ready to put forth? What are the policies that you're ready to put forth? Are you ready to compromise a bit?
Yeah, ma'am, it's unethical. Yeah, ma'am, it's unethical. But if Ukraine is convinced that it will not join the NATO, then we will. We are not forcing the Ukraine to invalidate us. We are trying to say Ukraine that don't join NATO, and for our security purpose we are fighting. Yeah, we don't have to invalidate it. But Ukraine is not means it is not accepting that proposal. So we have started a war with Ukraine.
It was a very good answer. Kudos to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, I asked it to you. Achha, should I ask it back? Okay, yeah, all right. So can I ask my question again to Ukraine?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, so as Labdhi has mentioned that there was an issue of refugees as well due to the war, due to the ongoing conflict with Russia. So how does Ukraine plan to deal with the and the internally displaced persons, which was resulted due to the war? As a lot of infrastructure has also been demolished because of the war. How do you plan to restructure it? How do you plan to revitalize it? And how do you plan to give initiatives to such refugees and the internally displaced people?
So can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. So because of the ongoing conflict with Russia, Ukraine had to face a lot of issue of the refugees and internally displaced people, right? So how does Ukraine plan to deal with the refugees and internally displaced people by restructuring or revitalizing or revamping their infrastructure again? Do you have any initiatives or any plannings in your mind? Because refugees form a very big society, a very big part of the international global society.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Ukraine planned that they would give women to decision of what is the question? Refugees का सिखाता क्या? Refugees. हाँ. From there.
So we will try first. We will track them. Then we will their children are there, so we will give them better education for lesser amount. Because we will allow them to settle in quickly without wasting money. Because after the war, their bank accounts would have been drained. So we are trying. So we are trying our best to be on good relation with Russia. As the Putin has given recently one statement that they want, Vladimir Putin has recently given one statement that they want to stop the war and be on a draw. So we can use that on. So with the help of Russia and Vladimir Putin, we can help it, do it. And with help of other developed countries and stable like Germany and other countries, we can do it.
Ma'am, by promising their needs, that their needs will be fulfilled, that by doing that we can bring them back. We can try to bring them back. And by giving them education.
Ma'am, and we will try to use the strategy of Israel by giving them first education for free.
Okay, I also have one more question for you. I really commended your solution paper that you presented, right? So in that you had mentioned a 10-point agenda by Zelensky. Can you brief me a little about that? What is that exactly it is and what do you plan to do under that?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, to make the war of Ukraine and Russia ended up, and to get Ukraine a peaceful life for the citizens of Ukraine, the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, had made a 10 points peace plan, which he's going to which is going to
You're perfectly
execute
audible. You can continue.
execute with the help of Switzerland, and the points include the security of Ukraine, good bonding of Russia and Ukraine and other countries, including in the war, even the prevention from escalation, and preventing the chances of further escalation.
Kudos to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Camera. Well, that was one interesting round. Let's give it up for all the delegates and especially the chairpersons for this round 3. And now we move on to the feedback session. And before that, I would like to take this time to Before we conclude, I would like to take this time to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chairperson, today's jury members, for their valuable contributions today. As chairpersons, your guidance, support, and thoughtful insights have added immense value to this event. Your dedication and generosity in sharing your time and expertise have made this occasion truly memorable. Thank you, ma'am, for inspiring all of us with your wisdom and commitment. Thank you, Prerna ma'am, and thank you, Alumna ma'am. Would you like to share something, ma'am?
Actually, this is good afternoon to one and all present here, respected dignitary and my co-jury, I and all the delegates. Okay, this is again one of the memorable event, and I got to know so many things from you, the delegates, the children who participated. Very well done from all of you. And Prerna ma'am, the questions you were asking, it's truly inspiration and it is insightful so that the children can think a lot regarding those questions and they really have to
Thank you so much.
think about it. Okay. And I got to learn many things even from you also and even from the delegates also. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Vandana ma'am, and the team for giving me such a great opportunity. Thank you once again to all of you. Very well done by all of you.
Sure. So, first of all, I would really like to extend my heartfelt gratitude and a huge thanks to Narayana Institute for actually inviting me to judge this competition. It was a really big event for me actually because this is the first competition that I'm judging in my entire career because I'm just a second year law student right now. But the entire event, I saw the delegates, I saw children from various schools, various areas of Maharashtra. I think people were here from Jalna, Aurangabad as well, Bid, and Nanded as well. So I could see my school self in them actually. Because during my school days, I also had the privilege of participating in competitions like elocutions and debates. Unfortunately, I was not that fortunate to participate in competitions like MUN because that was not a thing back then. But this time, when I saw students actually engaging in international politics and topics like global issues, it really swells my heart with pride and happiness actually to see children doing so well, faring so well, thinking so well. It really improves their critical thinking. they develop a sense of gratitude towards the world and how they should act towards what are their responsibilities. And being such young kids, they understand how important it is to be a global citizen. So for this, I would really like to quote
I think Miss Prerna is not audible.
Yeah, I also think.
No, 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 you are not audible.
Ma'am, it is muted.
Am I
You can,
audible now?
yeah.
Yeah, now it's audible.
Yeah, I'm extremely sorry. So I was mentioning that it is imperative to discuss Mr. S. Jaishankar if you're discussing international politics, because he's the face of international politics for India as of now. So I was once reading his book, The India Way, which was written by him. And in that, he had very rightly mentioned on how international politics in the current world scenario, especially after COVID period, it is not international anymore. The global issues are not international anymore, that are only to be dealt with by the diplomats or the heads of the governments. The international politics, the global issues, the international issues that the countries and the people of countries are facing have reached the nooks and corners of the country as well, every country. So the global issues have reached basically the households of every country. So in such a globalized world and such an evolutionized world, it is very important for our young minds, our brilliant young minds, to think about all of these issues and ponder over such problems and how countries actually function amongst each other. So considering this factor, I was really proud of seeing the delegates. I could see future diplomats arguing in the UNGA on behalf of India, putting India's interests further. And I didn't have this opportunity to participate in MUNs when I was in my school, but I always took the opportunity, whichever opportunity I got for participating, be it elocutions or be it debates. So it was really an honor to listen to such young, brilliant minds. And it was really amazing to guide them, because I was I have always been interested in public speaking as such. So guiding these students and listening to them on how their thoughts develop, on how they start to think about real world issues, really motivates me. And being a law student, it is very important for me to notice such changes in the society for the younger generation especially, because for the younger generation especially, because they are the future, they're the great minds of the future, and especially as I belong from Nanded, it is a hub for NEET and JEE preparation centers. And law as a field is not very diverse, like not very approached in a city like Nanded especially. I'm not sure about other cities in Maharashtra, but Nanded didn't have the culture for law. But I took it because it was my passion. So I really see young women as well. They spoke so well. One team from, I believe it was Ukraine, Miss, I don't remember your name. I'm so sorry. It was Reem Firoz Sheikh, I believe. You had a really good tone of your voice when you were speaking. USA, the entire team, you spoke really, really well. I'm telling you genuinely, when I was in my ninth grade, I didn't have so much confidence when speaking. The confidence, the expressions that you gave, the confidence that you emanated from yourself, it was fantabulous. Like genuinely, it was so good.
Thank
So
you, ma'am.
I was really honored to listen to all of you. Like if I've not mentioned any team, I'm so sorry, but all of you, everybody, I believe, did such a good job. So
Thank you, ma'am.
obviously, like this was a competition, so there will be winners and there will be non-winners. I would never say losers, because nobody is a loser in a competition that they participate in. So I would just like to say that at the age that you are currently in today, you are, I guess you guys are what, 15, 16 maybe. So at this age, I would just say that say yes to every opportunity that you get. Like don't say no to anything. beat any littlest competition or beat any big competition, participate in everything. You'll get to learn so much. Because as I didn't get the opportunity when I was in my school time, because it was not very popular that time. Now when I go into law school, when I see my peers doing so well because they had these opportunities in their school time, it really motivates me to bring such opportunities to children from my area for their better development. So I was really proud to look at even girls, performing so well. It is very pertinent that women are very underrepresented in at international politics overall. It is only 33% of, not 33%, I believe. It is 11 point something percent of women represent their countries or their heads of governments. So looking at so much women participation, I'm seeing a team from Nanded itself with 3 women and 2 guys in the team. So it really swells my heart with pride and happiness to, see so much participation from so many girls. I see so many girls out here. This reminds me of a very good candid conversation that I had with Diet Justice Indira Banerjee when I had visited for a moot court competition in Shillong. She had mentioned on how if women are given the rights, if women are given the right opportunities, they can lead the world in a very peaceful manner. So I believe such competitions like MUN are very empowering for especially girls, because they are very underrepresented and they have to face a lot of issues in the future as well, to pursue their rights. So I believe such competitions, and I really commend Narayana Institute of Nanded as well for such a seamless organization of a competition. I have seen organization of competitions myself. I have been a part of organizing committee in my university, but it was a very seamless experience. It was a very good experience, and it's genuinely a huge kudos to Narayana Institute for making such competitions available to their students. So thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you, Prerna ma'am. That was truly encouraging and inspiring. And now I would like Nagasai sir, if you're there, please can you address the audience today? Nagasai sir is the high school coordinator. Of course, truly their support, their guidance.
Oh yeah, I'm just adding that. 1 second.
Because of that, we are here today. We are able to encourage students. Nagasai sir, are you here? I guess he's not. All right. Madhuri ma'am. Madhuri ma'am, I request you to address. Principal Madhuri ma'am, I request you to address the audience. Madhuri ma'am.
Sir, is it okay if the best position paper changes now? Because there is a different criteria again in your presentation. So can I change it now?
All right, I guess we can go ahead. Praveen sir, Principal Praveen sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, the delegates and the young minds. It was a fabulous program and truly inspiring, and we came to know many things. Yeah.
Nagas is going to join in a minute.
Praveen sir, you can continue.
Yeah, okay, fine. So it was a fabulous program, I can say, and I also learned a lot from the young minds, and they are truly intellectual and thinking, and they have they have the present day's knowledge about what exactly is happening in the world, and they know about how exactly to deal with the world problems and the global problems, and how important it is to bring peace and harmony in the world. Thank you very much, children, and it was a really wonderful program conducted by the soft skill department, and the delegates who were there and questions which were asked were really thought-provoking. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Praveen sir. I would like to give this time to Nagasai sir to address the audience.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Really good, ma'am. The event you conducted the way, and the enthusiasm the students as well as the principals and especially from the soft skill department, really went on well. I really appreciate the level of confidence the students have shown. Really, that is good. I appreciate every one of you for your great participation. Children, remember, participation is very important, whether we may win or not. Okay, I wish you all the success. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Madhuri ma'am, are you there?
Madhuri madam is a little busy with some other concern. You please carry on.
Shashikala ma'am, would you like to address? All right. Madhuri ma'am? Madhuri ma'am, can you address?
Should I add this course for position papers as well?
Would you please address the audience?
Ma'am, actually, Madhuri madam is right now not available. Madam is with some parents, so she's busy. You please continue.
All right.
Otherwise, just a moment, I will pass the mobile to ma'am. Ma'am can join if possible.
I request Vandana ma'am to address the audience. Vandana ma'am, the team lead of Soft Skills Department.
Thank you, Shiba. I have a bad throat. Please excuse me. But I would definitely like to congratulate all of y'all. This is the first time we have done something for the non-local branches of Mumbai. But amazing students, though it's the first time, y'all did not have enough time to prepare. But the questions coming up from the jury members and the way y'all were answering, that really calls for a big round of applause to all of y'all over here. Good job, children. Very good job. So, end of this event, definitely you are going to carry home a lot of knowledge. That is important for us because in soft skills, what we aim is not just the program, but the amount of knowledge that the child carries after the program is very important for us. So, congratulations to all of y'all. Though it's a competition, but winning and losing is a part and parcel of any game. So, even if you all don't win, do not worry, you all are still the MUN delegates. You all have reached this position. That means you all have already won the battle. So congratulations once again and God bless you all. In fact, if
Vandana madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just now Madhuri madam is also joining. Be a minute.
Vandana ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am. In fact, I request all the principals, whoever are there, kindly share your feedback and address the...
Madam, thank you. And thank you for Veda madam for organizing for even for e-techno students also. Early for e-champs. But this kind of platform even given for the e-techno. So grateful, madam. Thank you for that.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nagpur Principal Dr. Sulakshana from this side. Vandana ma'am, Veda ma'am, hearty congratulations to you. And many thanks for providing such a wonderful platform for non-Mumbai students. And for me, all are winners. So I would like to put my hands together for all of them. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Team Soft Skill.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. In fact, this program was possible only because of the support coming up from all the principals. Otherwise, I don't think so it would have been possible. Thank you so much. All right. So any other principal would like to address the audience, or we move ahead with the much awaited part of the program, that's the prize distribution. I know all the principals and the students and the coordinators are waiting to get the announcement. We have the results with us. So I also request all the principals to join the students as Shiba announces the names so that the students also feel motivated. Right? So Shiba, over to you.
Thank you, Vandana ma'am. All right, so I'm very excited to announce the results. So we have 4 categories. The first is the best delegate. Best delegate is for the presentation individual students. And then comes the best country debate. It will go to the best country who performed well in debate, the round 2. Then there is best resolution, the country that gave good answers to the chairperson. And the next and the last one is best position paper. All right. So are you all ready? Let's get started with best delegate. The third position for best delegate is backed by Apurva Vikram Dhanvi from Germany, Lead branch. Representing Germany, Lead branch, Apurva Vikram. Is Germany here? Yes. The third position for best delegate, Apurva Vikram. Yes. The second position, is it Germany there?
Shiba, can we highlight Team Germany and the child along with any representative from the branch?
Yes, sir, please.
Camera. Come fast. Yes.
Yes. So the third position for best delegate, Germany, we are announcing this again for you, is to Apurva Vikram. The best delegate, wonderful presentation. Apurva, you can stand. I request if the principal is there. Can you please go ahead and congratulate? You can congratulate Apurva.
Dean, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Abhishek Dwivedi, Academic Dean. I am here in the meeting.
Okay, so you can please go ahead and congratulate the student.
Definitely, ma'am.
All right, let's give it up for Apurva. Second position is also backed by Bheed Reem Feroz Sheikh. Best delegate, Reem Feroz Sheikh. Second position, again, Bheed branch. Wonderful job representing Germany.
Can we have these two?
And the first position
can you just stand?
Best delegate is Purva Vishal Dhut from Jalna branch. Yes. Best delegate Purva Vishal representing Ukraine. I request the principal or the academic dean, vice principal, anyone who is available right there. Please go ahead and congratulate the student.
I request GVR sir to go.
Congratulations, best delegates. Moving on to best country debate. Best country debate. Third position is backed by Vishnupuri branch that represented Russia country. Vishnupuri branch, third position. Best country debate. This was round 2. Second position for best country debate is backed by Nagpur branch, USA. Best country debate. Second position is backed by Nagpur branch. Congratulations, Nagpur. Congratulations, Vishnupuri. And now it comes to the first position in best country debate, which is Madhavnagar, Japan. I request Principal Ma'am to congratulate the students. Best country debate. This was for round 2. Moving on to the best resolution country. Best resolution country. This was for the jury members, the chairperson who asked the questions. So the third position is backed by Jalna branch representing Ukraine peace and security. Best resolution country. Third position is backed by Jalna branch. And the second position is backed by Madhavnagar branch. Technology, industry, innovation and infrastructure representing Japan. And the first position is backed by USA, Nagpur branch. Best resolution. Well done, students. Last but not the least, the best position paper. Third place is backed by Japan, Madhavnagar branch. Second place is backed by USA, Nagpur branch. The first position for best position paper is Ukraine, Jalna branch. Let's give it up, everyone. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to all the delegates who participated. Vandana ma'am, would you like to add something?
Yes, Shiba, we also have Vishnupuri bagging in second position for best position paper. There's a tie on the second position.
Okay.
I think we have missed out on Vishnupuri branch. You all bag in second position. It's a tie for the best position paper. So congratulations all, heartiest congratulations to all. But once again, winning and losing is not important. Participation is very, very important. But well done. You are the future MUN delegates. So all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Vandana ma'am. Now I request Madhavnagar branch principal to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, Shashikala ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. Thank you all. I would like to thank our esteemed guest, distinguished faculty, fellow delegates, and all the staff. On behalf of Nanded Madhavnagar, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for making this model United Nations conference a resounding success. We are truly humbled by the overwhelming participation and enthusiasm displayed by all delegates. Your insightful debates, well-researched positions, and diplomatic negotiations have not only enriched the conference, but also showcased the remarkable talents of our students. We would like to express our sincere appreciation to the organizing committee, their tireless efforts, meticulous planning, and unwavering dedication having been instrumental in bringing this conference a success. And the faculty mentors, their invaluable guidance and the support have been crucial in empowering our delegates for their excel. And the technical staff, their unwavering support in ensuring the smooth functioning of all technical aspects of the conference is deeply appreciated. And the volunteers, their selfless service and the cheerful assistance have been invaluable in making this event a memorable one. And this thanks to my soft skills department and Daristi and Vandana ma'am and Veda ma'am. This MUN conference has not only provided a platform for intellectual discourse and a diplomatic engagement, but also fostered essential soft skills such as crucial thinking, communication, teamwork, and leadership. We believe that these skills will be invaluable assets in your personal and the professional journeys. And I finally thank all my principals. Thank you once again for your active participation and making this MUN conference an unforgettable experience. Thank you all. Thank you.
Well, it's not the end because we missed out on. Well, it's start. I'm so sorry. Yes. Well, it's not the end because we missed out on a few things, and the best delegate actually is a tie among 3 students. One we already announced, and the other 2 we want to announce now. The first prize for best delegate is backed by three delegates. One we already announced, and the other 2 is from Aurangabad branch, is Arpita and Hanshika. Let's give it up for Arpita and Hanshika for best delegate. It's a tie among 3 students. Aurangabad branch, are you there? Arpita and Hanshika. Congratulations once again to all the students, to all the branch. Thank you to all the principals for your support. Yes, Aurangabad branch is here. Congratulations, Arpita and Hanshika, for being the best delegate.
Thank you very much. Such a sweet gesture. Thank you very much.
All right, we have come to the end of MUN for 2024-25, and very happy. Thank you everyone for joining in. Just a second.
Thank you everyone for your valuable and precious time.
Vandana ma'am, you're not audible.
Vandana madam, it's really wonderful and thank you very much. Miss Shiva, the way you conducted, really good. Keep it up. I wish you all the success. So for all the principals, students and all the soft skill mentors, I congratulate you all for your great support and participation. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. See you then.
Thank you. Thank you all for your precious and wonderful time. I hope we all had a great time, and we'll be carrying home good memories of these students and this program. Thank you so much. Ravindra sir, we can end it.
Okay, thank you.